Hi folks, this is Hariom for CBNR. In the last 1 year, we have asked a lot of questions on activities of daily living and about activities of daily living and what is the neuroscience behind it, right? So today we are in a beach in Chennai, and for people who have walked on the sand in the beach will know that it is very difficult to walk on the sand, right? That is, you will feel tired very fast. You will have difficulty in walking for long distance and things like that in comparison to walking on a platform or an even surface or something like that. So today we are going to find out why this is so using Newton's third law, right? So one of the things you will see that is when I am walking, I have to produce force, right? There is no other alternate. And when I am producing force, by pushing myself to the ground like this, right? That is how I am walking, right? So this is the most important part of force production in case of gait, right? When my foot is on the ground. Why? Because the Newton's third law says that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if I have to move forward and upwards, I have to push downwards and backwards. Then only I can walk like this, right? When I am walking like this, unlike in other surfaces, right? In case of sort of a loose surface like a sand, when I am pressing it downwards, that is when I am pushing a force, when I am giving a force downwards and backwards, the equal and opposite force is not available for me. Why? Because some of the forces is going like this. The sand is absorbing a lot of the forces as I walk. You can see there is a sort of a print which is happening, and you can see it is going down, right? So some of the force is being absorbed or dissipated by the sand. That is why it is difficult to walk on it. And also remember, when we are talking about gait, most of the time they will not talk about this inversion aversion in normal gait, or they will say it is only minimal. But when you are walking like this in the sand, or you can see that my foot is going in all directions, not just in just the frontal plane or just the sagittal plane. That is why whenever we talk about normal, it has to be defined in a particular context. If you define context as sand, the normal will be different, right? The other example I'm going to give for Newton's third law is throwing, right? Now, a lot of people, when they think about throwing like this, right, they think about this part, right? This is where I'm producing force and things like that. That is true, there is no question. But remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? So if I'm going to throw like this, my center of gravity is going to go forward. I'm being pushed forward like this when I'm throwing. So I have to produce an equal and opposite reaction downwards and backwards. Because I'm throwing upwards and forwards, I have to produce an equal and opposite force in the backward direction, right? That's why whenever you see me throwing or anybody throwing, you have to keep your foot forward, because your center of gravity is going forward like this, so that you have a lot of balance. If you throw like this, it will go only up to here. If you throw up from here, it goes further away because you have better balance, right? So when you're throwing, you need to be stable like this also, right? Because your center of gravity is moving forward and upwards, so you need to have a super stability here, right? For that is why you should never think of movements as just here, this muscle, this muscle, this muscle. Throwing is a complete activity. It is the whole body is involved. It is not parts of it. It is not pectoralis. If you don't have good balance, you can't throw properly. right? So that's another example for third law, how it is helpful or how you can use that in your understanding of mechanics. If you have more examples like that, hit us. Thank you.